Today's horoscope, Sagittarius June 11th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today has a 2 steps forward, 1 step back energy to it. There can be a sense of progress, accompanied by some regret or backtracking. It's a time when what's below the surface of matters is more important to you than pretty much anything else. Find ways to know yourself and important people in your life more deeply, but watch F. Or missing important, practical details or focusing on things that don't truly matter in the long run to the detriment of your happiness. Certainly, there can be confusing signals, and it makes sense to watch for wishful thinking that distorts your perceptions and decisions. We're building to a full moon in your sign, and if you focus so much on others that you've forgotten about your own needs, this lunation reminds you to get in touch with your feelings. This full moon holds the promise of a revelation or awakening to your true feelings on a matter. Very rocky energy is seeping through the heavens today as a carryover from yesterday. You may regret any impulsive decision if it is made at this time. This is because sweet Venus, our goddess planet of love and beauty, is clashing in a square with powerhouse Pluto. This will likely bring out the shadow of nature within people, so it would be best to stand in your integrity and not rock the boat. Don't let past fears or insecurities trigger you. Everyone is walking on eggshells today, so keep your wits about you. You'll be happier that you stood on high ground and reached the stars with a sense of purpose and gratitude instead. You're twice as energetic as usual, and that's really saying something. As long as you stay focused on your projects and milestones, you'll be amazingly productive. Don't get sidetracked. Power can be beneficial in many forms. Natural power, stamina and endurance are traits common to many in leadership positions, be they on sports teams, in classrooms, or corporations. The heavenly bodies are now exerting a power that is most beneficial when used on your health. This powerful energy will protect you from interruption and the distraction of competition, while keeping you focused and motivated on your chosen goal. Use it to your advantage. With this day you are certain to have the opportunity to start anew. Perhaps this is overdue in your personal life. With all of the responsibilities in your life, you may neglect this area, even though you probably don't mean to. Rather than focusing on work today, consider putting your energies into the relationships that are most important to you. Chances are you'll feel so glad at having done so. And so will the people who love you. A day after Mercury, the planet of communication, left your relationship sector, Jupiter leaves today, ending the major focus that the planet of luck and expansion has been putting on your relationships over the last 3 months. The Sun will stay on and will continue to keep the solar on your relationships, while Mercury has left you with everything needed to keep the communication lines open. Meanwhile, Mercury's return to your financial sector yesterday means that when Jupiter returns today to begin your biggest year for financial growth and expansion in over a decade, it is with a smart head for money from the start. While Mercury, the planet of communication, left your relationship sector yesterday and Jupiter will leave a few hours after the moon's return to Sagittarius today, they will have an impact on what comes next. This will leave the Sun on his own, and in the lead up to their clash as a full moon, this is about to put a balance between your own and your relationship needs to the test. However, not before Jupiter leaves you more aware of what you want from your relationships and Mercury with everything needed to keep the communication lines open. Daily Planetary Overview. Now is the time to put diplomacy into action. Use tact to solve arguments and flexibility to add to or create domestic bliss. There is barely a selfish note in this "can't we all just get along" moon position, so be sure to take advantage of its peace-seeking nature and heal as many broken bonds as possible. It's time to get serious about improving the world and sticking with the changes we've said we'd continue. By releasing the past and moving forward, we're expelling all the negativity and moving toward a better emotional place for many years to come. In the morning, the Libra moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, offering us patience and resolve. This is a good time to seek the advice of elders, as they can reframe issues we are struggling with and help us to see our problems in a new light. We realize we have become stuck in our ways out of a fear of not being desirable to others. Placing too much of our self-esteem in the hands of outside parties creates difficulties in decision-making. Yet, at this time, we reconnect to our own source of inner authority. We recognize that it benefits no one to sacrifice our personal satisfaction. Late in the morning, the moon squares Pluto in Capricorn, provoking ego conflicts. In standing up for ourselves, we upset existing power dynamics which have thrived by us staying small and keeping the peace. While there might not be an easy resolution at this time, we gain invaluable awareness of how our kindness might be being exploited. Secrets could be revealed, causing us to question where our loyalties lie. The moon then begins its votive course, encouraging us to keep a keen eye on how others are speaking and acting towards us. Above all else, we are aware of the fleeting nature of time, and seek to use our energy deliberately to make a lasting impact on the world. This is a good lunar period for practical work that benefits from a slow and steady approach. We should, however, be cautioned not to identify so closely with our professional aims that we lose sight of our overall happiness. Beware depressing and negative self-talk or falling victim to the trap that your worth hinges on your productivity. Smart Mercury has been steadily moving forward in grounded Taurus lately, and its Earth-trine to Pluto and career-boosting Saturn today can be just the push you need to step up to the plate and make things happen. Your job, or anything having to do with major responsibilities, including family and education, is at the forefront of this cosmic interaction, encouraging you to grab the lead and take the steps necessary to advance to the next level. If you're in a leadership role where it's up to you to make major decisions, be sure to consider all of the options, including the ones that are good for the group and not just your own personal success. Details are just as important as the overall picture. Your brainpower is impressive during this masterful trine, but remember that asking for ADV or favors from people who are in key positions to help you isn't a sign of weakness. Quite the opposite, in fact. Mid-afternoon, Venus aligns with Uranus in Taurus, offering surprises in love and money. Although both planets are gliding through stable Taurian terrain, Uranus shakes us out of complacency and suggests we examine matters of the heart in evolutionary language. How are our relationships serving to develop our consciousness? If we are not lit up in love, we might now look for excitement elsewhere. Alternatively, we might be on the receiving end of another's sudden desire for change. This can be an influence for breakups, but not if a partnership is on solid footing. A union that begins under this influence may not last long, but we can learn a great deal from the engagement. Since Venus also rules money, we might also make risky investments at this time. The potential for both gains and losses is inherent in this transit, so only gamble with resources that you can afford to lose. In the evening, the Scorpio moon opposes Uranus, making us impulsive. A battle between intuition and instinct prompts us to grab for power. However, Uranus' influence prevents us from getting a firm grip, causing us to feel impotent. The more we try to assert dominance, the more the universe affirms that we are not in the driver's seat. Psychological revelations occur which are hard to process in the immediate. It may be some time before we can give proper context to our emotions, we will be better for this confrontation.